Welcome back to EA Sports. I'm James Cebulski. The Spoke Bees are back on the ice here in Boston, the home of Bobby Orr, Cam Neely, Ray Bourque, and more. Centers are gliding into center, and you can feel the tension here in the building. The Bruins start with possession as we are now underway. And a good use of the body to knock the puck loose. And now it's over to Nyes. And offside, we'll get a reset here. Lots of time left in this period. The game is still scoreless. Matthews wins it. Quick feed to Tanev. And he takes the feed. Matthews plays it against the boards. And that's off a stick. Here's a short pass to Lindholm. The Leafs have it now. And the puck's kicked free. Picked up along the wall by Nyes. Through the open ice, they're picking up steam. The Bruins look to start the transition game. Deflected away. Nice defensive use of the stick there. And there's the whistle icing the call. And they take possession off the draw here in their own end. Moves it quickly over to Carlo. Oh, scores! Well, was that quick enough for you?
That was quick. You want to dictate pace, especially when the puck drops. And putting one in early, that's the best way to get it done. Well, this is an energy shift and one that coaches love. When you barrel in on the forecheck and you separate the body from puck, you're not afraid. You're showing your team that you want to be relentless and drive the paint. That's exactly what he does, and he finds himself with a goal.
Toronto's quick strike here in the opening minute has left this crowd in a bit of a daze.
Well, my nose was in the lineup card, James. That's how fast it happened. I mean, the opening minute of the game, and they get on the board. This is a perfect execution and the perfect start to them.
Now pay attention this time. Can't hang on to the biscuit after that. Boston's got it in their own zone. Moves it on over to Arvidsson. Hunts the boards through the neutral zone. Trying to make a move and the puck hops away.
Arvidsson's known for his creativity, and he tries one too many moves there, and he loses the puck.
Great poke check on the reach. The Leafs gain control of the puck. Shot! Turned aside with a glove. There's the whistle. We'll get a face-off after the goalie covers up. Still plenty of time left in this frame. Toronto's up 1-0. Play resumes here as he wins the draw inside the offensive zone. And they'll cover it up, forcing a stoppage in play. The Leafs have taken advantage of their opportunities here in the early going. Ross won the face-off, and now let's see what they can do. And the traffic jam in front blocks the shot. The Bruins move it ahead. Boston's got control of it now here in the offensive end. McMahon's got the puck along the wing. Here they come on the rush. And uses the length of his stick to knock that puck away. Giroux taking it from his own end. Quick pass to Lowry. From the open ice, they gain the line. Good save. Stolarz covers up for the whistle, and even though he hasn't been that busy, there's kind of a method to the madness here, isn't there, Cheryl?
Yeah, you want to make that safe play, right? You want to make sure that you're staying out of trouble, out of danger. His team's been playing well in front of him, so he just recognizes an opportunity for a breather.
Passes it over, and he says no! And the puck stopper hangs on to get a breather here for the team. Boston's got it, and they're on the attack. And the shot dies in the traffic jam.
McAvoy's stick explodes, and he got another one from the bench and gets back into play right away.
from their own end. Along the right wing, they enter the attacking area. Knocks the puck loose. The Bruins gain possession. Broken up with the stick in the defensive zone. Takes the feed at the back end. Shakes himself free. Blocked, and he may have just stopped the goal.
I think he did, James. I mean, you got to protect the house, especially when it's a great threat shot like that, and he finds a way to get in front of that and quick.
Scooped up along the wall by Lysell. Into the offensive zone. The Leafs gain possession in their own end. Moves it to Ekman-Larsson. Carries the puck through the neutral zone. The Bruins gain control of it. Here they come inside the neutral zone. And he uses his reach to disrupt the play. Toronto's got a hold of it along the wall. Moved up ahead after a nice pass from the right wing. Comes up with the stop. Grabbed along the board by Zadorov. Pasternak stick handling in his own zone. Down the left wing, they gain the zone. Puck scooped up by Saka. With the stop. The Leafs scoop it up along the boards. Right through center. He's got a step. Stopped by the goaltender. The Bruins have it from their own end. The Leafs get a hold of the puck along the boards. Boston's got it into the offensive zone. Here's a chance. What a stop. Toronto's gained possession along the boards. Great pressure on the offensive end by Geekie.
I love the calm and poise to this play. I mean, he's not waving his stick around. He kind of surprises his opponent right here. And it's that catches his opponent off guard and disrupts the play.
Stop that one. Goaltender covers up. We got a stoppage in play.
One of the most difficult things to do in hockey is manage the pulse of the game. And when you're trailing, you got to find ways to get back in it, to fuel, to ignite yourself, to push and dictate pace. Well, that hit right there is sending a very clear message that they're still in it.
Toronto's up here in the first, and they could easily be up by more based on what they've done offensively. Puck grab by Geekie. The Leafs have it against the wall. Boston's got the puck inside the defensive zone. Into the offensive end now. Puck picked up by Riley. Backtracks with possession back inside the defensive zone. And they cough it up at center. And they'll go the other way with it. Great play by Riley. Sends it out front. And it caroms off a twig in front of the net. Middlestats moving the puck through his own zone. The Bruins looking against the half wall. Here's a chance in front. In front of the net, the goaltender covers up for a whistle on the play. Inching closer to the midway mark of the period. 1-0 is where we sit at this point. The Bruins take possession off the faceoff. And the traffic neutralizes that threat. Quick feed to Matthews. The Bruins get a hold of it. Slides it to Nyes. The Leafs have it in the offensive zone. And he takes the dish. Puck bounces into the bench and we'll get a face-off. Play set to resume with the face-off ready to go. Slides in off the wing after the centerman tied him up. The Leafs have it now. Domi's got it in the offensive end. Here's a short pass to Zadorov. Through the neutral zone and into the offensive end. Steps across the line and on the attack down the right side. Minton's lugging the puck. From the point, they take control of it. Gives them nothing in front. Puck is frozen, and we get a stoppage in play. The Bruins will start off on the attack after winning the draw. There's a save. Angles it over to Robertson. They go on the attack through center. The Bruins gain control of the puck again. control of the puck. Takes the feed up ahead. Boston's got the puck. Moves it quickly over to Arvidsson. Knocks the puck into the offensive zone corner. Jostling for the puck and he loses control. Boston's got control of it now here in the offensive end. A shot! Goaltender covers up and will get a face-off. Plenty of playing time left in this frame. Toronto's ahead 1-0. Offensive zone face-off and he gets the draw. Here's a chance in front. Oh, and somehow he gets a sliver of it and keeps it at bay.
Well, you know he's got the skill set to be able to maintain possession of this puck, but how about the determination to have his eyes on the prize the whole time and to get out of the coverage to be able to get a shot on net?
Oh, it's stayed out! It's stayed out! What a save!
Well, that's all Will, and this is going to elevate his team, no question about it, James. I mean, it was all but in, and then he comes from nowhere to make that save. Well, that was a 10-bell save. We're going to get to watch it again here on the replay, James. But man, oh man, when you find the puck like that and you have the instincts and urgency and the desperation to attack it, that is one heck of a save.
Officials have got both teams ready, and it looks like play is set to resume here. Toronto's won the defensive zone draw. Quick pass across to Michelli. Taken along the wall by Matthews. How did he stop that one?
I'd say he has some fast twitch muscle fiber in there because I'm telling you, he makes that save. I thought that was going in, but he just reacts and keeps it out of the net.
Boston's got the puck against the half wall. Takes the pass. They've got numbers here. Answers it with an even better save. Passes on ahead to the left wing. Forces the turnover in the defensive zone. Here we go, on-man rush. The Bruins grab possession with the puck. Up and off the wing. Gets the puck in deep. The Leafs gain possession. Now he slides it up to Domi. Fires it into the offensive zone. Boston's got control of it now from the lower end. Handles the puck. And now he moves it past him all. Play is called for offside.
Swayman's last save was outstanding. He knew exactly where that puck was going to go. That's anticipation at its finest, to be able to get to the right spot, know where that puck is coming from, and make a high-grade A save.
Still lots of time left here in this frame. 1-0 to score. Toronto's going to start off with the puck here in the neutral zone after winning that face-off. Nylander's got it in the offensive zone. Slides it across. Boston's grabbed a hold of the puck. Through center along the wing. The Bruins pull along the wing. Levels him with the hit. Takes the feed. Quick pass to Tavares. Throws it in. Picked up along the wall by Nylander. And now it's grabbed by Tavares. And he handles the cross-ice pass. Oh, tremendous reflexes as he turns aside the one-timer. Wow. Now a quick pass to McCabe. Another save. Here's a chance in front. Great defensive hits up the middle. Moves it over to Minton. The Leafs gain possession along the wall. Sends it into the offensive zone. Scooped up along the wall by McCabe. And a nice takeaway in the defensive end by McAvoy.
Sometimes when you're winning, you get overconfident and try and overhandle the puck, and this is what follows, a turnover. Coach isn't going to be very happy. You got to game manage, you got to puck manage, and you got to make sure you make the correct play. Sometimes simple is better.
Good battle along the boards for the puck. Tries to get it over to Corrali. Works it across to Arvidsson. Puts it on in, and he had an answer with that Robertson. Broken up at center by McMahon. The Bruins get a hold of the puck along the boards. And it's kicked away. Knocked away. Here he is, shot right in front. Receives the pass. Now into the offensive zone from the right side. Shot! And that goes off a player. Quick feed to McMahon. Toronto's gained the line and into the zone. Boston's got the puck inside the defensive zone. Great reach with the poke check. Glove save. And the goaltender grabs that one for a whistle to try to slow things down here. Toronto's got the lead here in the first as they have been the more dominant team in the offensive area. And with the centers tied up, he swoops in to take possession. Oh, he somehow got a little piece of it, and it stays out of the net. Scrum along the wall. And that's poked away by Leroy. And he takes the feed. Brings the ball on the post. And the puck stopper jumps on top of it to get a stoppage in play. More than half the period has expired. The Leafs lead it 1-0. Toronto's got it in the offensive zone. Big-time save and a big-time shot. Carries it into the offensive end up the middle. Comes up with the stop. There's the whistle as the puck is frozen up. And the centers glide towards the dot here as we got a face-off set to go. Puck is dropped and he wins the draw here in the defensive zone. Lorenz gains the line and into the offensive zone. The Bruins have it from their own end. Boston's got the puck along the wall. Benoit's got it in the defensive zone. Sends it across the ice. And they dump the puck in and the forwards are going to switch it up. Boston's gained possession along the boards. And tries to make a diagonal pass to Kiki. Toronto's got the puck in their own end. Down the left wing and into the offensive zone. Takes it from the right side. And that pass attempt is deflected. Toronto's got the puck here in the open ice. Here we go. Puck's in deep. Boston's looking to break out. And they send it right back to him. Boston's moving it into the offensive end. Sends it over to Benoit. Through the neutral zone up along the wing. Here's the pass in front. Oh, he comes up with a stop.
Swayman's last save has to give this team some momentum. I mean, that's a point-blank chance that he's able to take away. Just very aggressive and assertive in his crease.
More than half the period has gone by. Hope you're enjoying this one. We got a 1-0 game to this point. The Leafs will go to work here in the offensive zone. Missed the net, trying to tuck it in the corner there.
You can see that he was looking in and around the post, James, and sometimes when you're trying to put it in, that's exactly what happens. He just misses, but a miss is a miss.
Off a stick and they can't connect. Tries to feed it over to Nyes. And now he tries to get it across to Arvidsson. Toronto's got the puck along the wall. Along the side, here they come through the neutral zone. Intercepted the pass.
Well, you play the game differently depending on the situation, and when you're up, you got to know it, and you got to game manage, and you got to puck manage. That turnover, coach isn't going to like that one at all.
Machelli's got control of the puck in the corner. Answers the call there. Along the right side into the offensive zone. Takes the feed into the middle now.
Great vision to see that stretch pass.
The Leafs have it in the offensive zone. Now over to Rizal. Dishes it to Tanev. And that was read perfectly. What a play by Minton. Here's a short pass to Rizal. Here's a great use of the stick right there to poke it away. Here they come on the attack down the left side. Stopped by the goaltender, getting a piece of that one. On the attack along the board. The Bruins take it across the line. The Leafs have it now. Slides it diagonally to Waugh. Tries to get the puck over to Tanev. Takes the feed. Fires it. Denies him with a save. Takes the feed from the wing. Sends it across the ice. Toronto's got the puck. Oh, look at this. Grabs the puck. Grabbed along the board by Peak. Oh, and it stays out. He got a piece of that one. The shot in here. And makes the save. Makes another stop.
Just fantastic work by the goaltender, making consecutive saves. How athletic.
And makes the save. Here they come. Down the left side on the attack. Toronto's got a hold of it along the wall. And the puck's booted away. Deep inside the defensive end, still trying to clear. And they can't clear the zone. Cheryl, that's a no-no there.
That is a no-no. You got to get that out. How about a little alley-oop into the neutral zone?
He grabs the puck here at the point. Tries to get it to Chanot. Slides the puck over. The Bruins gain possession along the wall. From point-blank range. And he hits one of his own teammates with that shot. Joshua's into the offensive zone now on the attack. Takes a shot. Oh, how did he get a piece of that? The Bruins move the puck in the defensive zone. Shot! Oh, and he had the answer on that one. Toronto's got possession here in the neutral zone. Boston's got the puck. Picked up along the boards by Middlestat. Through the open ice, they're picking up steam. Gets the full use of his stick on the poke check. Benoit's taking it from his own end. Quick pass to Waugh. Puck moved over to Matthews. Went for the dirty dangle and it goes sideways. The Leafs gain possession. Joshua's got the puck in his own zone. They've got the defense outnumbered. Handles the pass. Chanot's picking up steam. Reaches out and uses the stick. Back at the point, they set it up. Oh, and an even bigger save on the slapper. Getting into the later stages of this period, we've got a 1-0 hockey game thus far. Back underway as he wins the draw inside the offensive zone. Moves it to Riley. The Leafs move to the offensive zone. The Bruins take possession in the defensive end. Essimon's moving it ahead. The Leafs gain control of the puck. Moves it to Tavares.
Easymon's back in the play after grabbing a new stick from the bench. And man, these things snap in half.
Toronto's got a hold of it against the wall. First period nearly in the books here. The Leafs have it in the offensive end. Angles it over to Peacher. Boston's across the blue line. And skilled use of the stick to poke the puck away. And that's a smart heads-up play by Michelli.
Sometimes when you're losing, you can get caught up over trying here, James, and this is a product of him mismanaging the puck. Sometimes you got to keep it simple and just get the puck going the other way.
Quick feed to Pasternak. Shot! Denies him! We got a whistle as the puck's frozen. Toronto's execution has been on point so far here in this first period. And they take possession here in the offensive zone in time to go on the attack. Oh, and reflexes to make that pad save. Teams are lined up, and we are ready to take this draw. The Leafs win the draw. Exploring options here inside the defensive zone. Smart heads up play to intercept the pass. Takes the feed. Right up the gut into the attacking zone. Here's a shot. Gets a piece of it to make the save. And some good footwork to kick it away. Well, that brings an end to period number one. Still lots more action to go. Both teams will recharge and be back with more on-ice action in the second in no time.
Hey fans, we'd like to draw your attention to the far part of the arena where we're welcoming all of our minor hockey kids here in attendance tonight.
Well, a fun start to the night so far and still plenty of action as we get ready for period number two. Second period's underway as the puck is dropped. All right, Cheryl, what's your interpretation of what you've seen from the first period of action?
Swayman's been so dialed in right from puck drop, and really the only player that has been. He has been under siege. Yes, they're trailing, but they still have an opportunity to get back in this game because of him.
Tosses it to Kiki. Gain momentum up along the side. Turns it aside with the glove. Stolarz makes the save and hangs on for the whistle.
Well, you want to pick your moments, in particular when you haven't been busy, and this is one right now. He has the ability to read the play and just hold on, get the face off.
Lots of time left in this period. The Leafs have taken a 1-0 lead. Hammers a shot. Oh, makes the save. That was a rocket. The Leafs scoop it up along the boards. Carries it in. Putting the hard hat on here. What a hit. Slides by the check.
Now we are, James, and you can certainly feel them coming, couldn't you? I mean, the energy was starting to shift, and they get rewarded with that goal. This is just a fantastic goal. I mean, the puck carrier knows exactly where he is on the ice, and he trusts his edges. He is baiting the defender to come and overplay. He turns quickly and powers to the net. You can just see the panic in the defender. Oh, I've been there, James. That is a tough play.
Boston's in one tonight. This is a fun one, Cheryl.
Yeah, it's really entertaining. It's back and forth action. And listen, they didn't get down when they got down by one. Instead, they continued to press and push, and a nice play there to get the equalizer.
Great defensive effort with the strip. Picks off the pass. Oh, some smooth space to lose the defender there. Toronto's got the puck along the wall. Nice zone entry from the left. Boston's got the puck in their own end. Through center. Boston's through center and now in the offensive end. Here's a short pass to Arvidsson. And he sidesteps the check there. Takes the shot. Oh, what a stop with the paddle.
Rebound control is critical in the game of hockey. Putting it to the corner, and now the offensive player has to hound the puck.
From center they get into the attacking area. Good stop on the play. Covers it up and we'll get a stoppage in play. Lots of hockey left to be played in this period. We got a tie game. Wasp won the draw there on the attack. And a great save. Tremendous read as he pokes it away with the paddle. Puck possession so critical in today's game, and the official ready to drop the puck right here. The Leafs win that offensive zone face-off. On the opposite point. Big-time stop.
That's a fantastic save by the goaltender, but this team has to do a better job of protecting the middle of the ice. Those high-danger scoring chances eventually go in.
Through the neutral zone, moving the puck along the side. They put the puck into the offensive end. A spirited battle along Passes over to Nysack. And he sends it across to Chanot. Boston's moving it along the wing. Good heads-up defensive play as he extends the stick. Moves it quickly over to Rock. Toronto's got it along the wall. Sends the pass down low. Loves the puck into the corner of the offensive zone. Denies him in front. We'll get a face-off after the puck stays covered up. Off the face-off, they take the puck. And now he passes it to Lindholm. Locks him. And now he angles it across to Pasternak. Slides the puck to Lawton. Toronto's ready to go on the attack. The Bruins get a hold of the puck in their own end. Across the line along the left wall. Knocks it off the puck. Passes it over to McCabe. Boston's got the puck here in the open ice. Taken along the wall by Lindholm. Takes it and looks ahead. Moves the puck. Stones him in front. Toronto's got the puck in the defensive end. Oh, love the defensive stick work there to poke that one away. Moves the puck into the attacking area. Picked up along the wall by Lindholm. Takes it in front. Blocked, although that might be a save.
Well, that is a save, James. I don't think the goaltender would have gotten to position in time, and he's able to take it away.
Poked away by Peak. The Bruins gain the zone. Long reach breaks up the momentum. Taken by Ekman Larson. Slides the puck over to Carlo. Pushes it across to Nylander. Quick pass to Lorentz. Quick shot. Makes a save. Quick pass across to Carlo. Sends it out in front. And that shot's blocked. Oh, and comes up with the stop. And the goalie covers up for the whistle. Lots of time left in this period. You can feel the energy in this crowd. It's a tie game. And they win the defensive zone faceoff. Toronto's got possession here in the offensive zone. Oh, beauty stick save there on that deflection. Moves it to Rise. And they continue to apply pressure here. And they continue to fight for that puck along the wall. Boston's got the puck along the boards. The Bruins have it now. Good use of the body on the play. Looking to set up offensively. Yoki Holler's got it in the defensive end. Gets a hold of the puck from the right side. The Leafs have it now. Boston's got control of it now from their own end. And he sends it across to Chanot. Sends the pass over. Looking to make something happen in the offensive zone. Boston's got a hold of the puck. Through the neutral zone now, picking up steam. Joshua's gaining momentum. Oh, we'll get some tired defenders as icing is the call. Nearing the midway mark of the period. It's all tied up. Nice job tying up his opponent. Goaltender covers it up. We get a whistle to slow things down. Moments away from the face-off. Let's get back to the action. The Leafs come up with the defensive zone draw. Works it across to Domi. Sends a pass over. Oh, he steps up with the glove to stop that one. The Bruins win the defensive zone faceoff. And he takes the pass. He got all that one. Oh, Leafs gain possession in their own end. Fearless, totally fearless on the block. Joshua stick handling in his own zone. Quick feed to Robertson. Shot to the wall. And he gets in front of that rocket. Boston's got it in their own zone. The Leafs have it from their own end. Ross got it along the boards. The Leafs carry it along the wall. Boston's gained possession along the boards. From the right wing, he moves it to the middle. Along the wing, up the neutral zone. Here's the chance on the attack. Great defensive effort breaking up the pass. Toronto's got a hold of the puck now. Slides it across to Tavares. Here's a short pass to Ross. Great use of the twig as he pulls that one away. Boston's got it along the wall. Grabbed along the board by Minton. Big hit along the board.
Well, he was so aggressive on this one, James. He recognizes that he's got to close and then shoulder on shoulder. This is a clean hit and disrupts the player from the puck. That's a beauty.
Puck scooped up by Minton. Toronto's got him across the line. Passes right front. And that's stopped. There's the whistle as the puck stopper elects to hang on.
Goaltender, they have to have talent. They have to have mobility. They have to be able to track the puck, but they have to have a willingness to find it and fight for any second shot, and that's exactly what happens here. Out-battling, out-willing, and you make the save.
Still lots of time left in the period. The next goal could be a big one as we are tied. Play resumes here as he wins the draw inside the offensive zone. Made that stop. Goaltender covers it up and we'll get a reset here. And both centers glide into the dot as a face-off set to resume. Lawton's won the draw, and they'll look to set up. Boston's got the puck. And he takes the feed. Shot! Toronto's gained possession. That's a solid hit. Tries to feed it over to Robertson. They've got numbers here. Toronto's got the puck now. From the point. Too much congestion blocks the shot. The Bruins gain possession. The Leafs going to work on offense. Takes it to the front. Stopped by the goaltender.
This is a fantastic save, James. He's all over it. What I mean by that is he knows exactly where it is and where it's moving. A reason why he can get square to it and make the save.
Face-off coming up here. They were buzzing moments ago.
Yeah, they really were, and it's a tough spot for the goaltender. Everyone else can change, but he can't. He's got to out-battle his opponent now.
Boston's got it in their own zone. Dumps the puck in. Toronto's got a hold of it against the wall. Slides it diagonally to Nylander. Makes a move, and the puck hops away from him.
Tony's got a lot of fun.
Score! And the deadlock is broken as they take the lead.
Well, that's a huge shift, and you can see everyone standing up on the bench. They know how much it means, but it's the next shift that matters most now, James. You want to kind of push and put pressure on your opponent when they're down. Well, you can't score goals if you don't have the puck, and you know that coaches preach this all the time, and that hit is what gets them the puck, gets them possession to be able to get an opportunity to score that goal.
Toronto's gone up by 1 here in the second period, and I like that jump in their step we're starting to see here now.
We've really seen an uptick in their momentum in the last few shifts, and they're rewarded with that goal, James. They've got to continue to attack the net, ski downhill, and not be afraid to get to the paint.
Can't keep a hold of it. Toronto's got possession of the puck. With some open space at center. Boston's ready to go on the attack. Picked up by Beecher. The Leafs scoop it up along the boards. Boston's got it now. Bristol. Oh, a clutch save. And he fights off another save.
Well, he has been under siege, and I'm loving his compete level. I mean, he's making consecutive saves one after another.
Still a lot of time left in the period as we approach the midway mark. Toronto's got a one-goal lead. Boston's won it. Now they'll go on the attack. And the puck dies with the trapper save. There's the whistle as the goalie hangs on. The Leafs have been pleasant to watch tonight. They've had a lot of shots on net, and they lead it here in the second. Toronto's got the win off that draw. Beautiful feed up ahead from the right wing side. Moves it quickly over to Matthews. And that ricochets off the twig in front. The Bruins take it across the blue line. Toronto's got a hold of it along the wall. Solid hit on the play, and that knocks the puck off his stick. Toronto's looking to break out of their own end. The Bruins have the puck now. Here's a shot. Shuts it down. And we'll get the whistle after the goaltender hangs on. Both teams are set. They're ready to drop the puck. Ross won the face-off deep inside the offensive zone. Shuts him down.
Swayman's helping his team with his rebound control and really keeping the puck away from the front of the net and cleaning up the trash.
Tenacious battle for the puck along the wall. The Bruins gain control of the puck against the wall. And now it's over to Arvidsson. The Bruins take it along the wall. Angles it over to Zadorov. Here's the chance. Headman pass. Fires it on net. Oh, tremendous reflexes with the glove by Swayman.
You see goaltenders working on reaction time all the time. Why? For shots like this, you just have to react. It's instincts that make the save.
Here in the back half of this period, it's 2-1. Boston's won the draw. Jeannot's moving the puck through his own zone. Scooped up along the wall by Carlo. Toronto's on the attack. Forces the turnover. Whacks it into the offensive zone. The Leafs gain control of the puck. Slides the puck across to Lawton. Dumps it in. Tosses it on to Peak. And he takes the dish. On the attack, they come down the right wing. Directed over to Peak. Lysel's got the puck. With the blast! And that carries off one of his teammates in front. The Leafs are on the attack. Great defensive effort with the stick. And that's intercepted by Lindholm.
Game management is everything, and you have to be aware of exactly what that is. And you can't take risks in a game where you're leading. You have to find a way to protect the lead.
Picked up along the boards by Domi. Into the offensive zone. The Bruins have it now. Along the boards, they battle for the puck. Lindholm's got control of it now behind the cage. Puck grab by Pasternak. Quick pass across to Tiki. Oh, and he tracks it perfectly in the offensive end. Moves into the slot. Spectacular stop by the goaltender. How did he hang on to that? Coming down the left wing and into the zone. Gets it over to Domi. And now it's grabbed by McMahon. And tries to make a diagonal pass to Domi. And that's picked off in the neutral zone by Zadorov. And a delayed penalty coming up as he got tripped up. Let's get the official decision. Carlo's getting 2 for tripping.
Well, the one-goal lead, there's a small margin of error there, James, and to protect it, you can't be in the box. Now they're short-handed, and they got to find a way to kill it off.
Boston sending their power play unit out for the first time tonight.
Well, an opportune time for a power play and to garner some momentum in this game. You're trailing by one. You got to find a way to win the draw and get the puck to the net quickly. Open up the lanes and shoot the puck.
And they get that puck down the ice. Boston's got the puck behind the net. Takes the pass. Here they come up along the wing. Minton's going to play against the half wall. Lets it fly. And that one's turned aside. And that's broken up in the defensive zone by McCabe. Here's a blast. And that shot gets blocked by one of his own teammates. Oh, he'll feel that one. What a block.
Well, he's firing on all cylinders here, getting to that shot lane. He really anticipates the greatest threat on the ice, and he makes sure that he redirects that puck.
Can't complete the pass as it goes off the stick. And that goes off a body. Works it across to Pasternak. Gaining steam inside the neutral zone. Broken up at center by Matthews. Quick pass to Kiki. Boston's got the puck against the boards. Big save by the goaltender. Here's a chance to clear the puck from his own end. Oh, great work getting the puck out of the zone.
James, when I played, this was my bread and butter. I never saw power play time, but I saw a ton of PK time, and you knew when that puck was on your stick, you had to clear it, not only to get fresh legs on the ice, but now you could contest the neutral zone and defend the blue line on entry. That is the critical piece to any PK unit.
And the puck's picked free. Couple along the wall. Into the corner now. Here's a blast. Oh, what a save in front. And he passes it up ahead to Saka. Shot. And that one's turned away. Toronto's penalty killers get a hold of it. And they get the puck out of harm's way.
Carlos, penalty is almost expired.
Moves it to Corrali. Center pass in front. Picked off in front. Penalty has expired. Both sides back to even strength.
Well, often in hockey, we say timing is everything, and when you're down by a goal and you have an opportunity on the power play, you have to cash in, and the whole bench knows that that was a missed opportunity.
The Leafs have it in the offensive end. Great hit on the play. And that's taken by the defense. Great extension on his part to poke it away. Riley's got it in the offensive zone. Trying to make a move and the puck hops away.
He's showing off his skill set, trying to make a silky move around the defender, but he gets denied.
Reads it perfectly in the defensive end. Quick feed to Corrali. Oh, how did he get a piece of that to make the save?
Stolar's really showing great rebound control, and what this does is it just cleans up the front of the net.
The Bruins have it against the wall. Esemont's lugging the puck. And now he moves it to Chanot. Toss up the puck after that hit. On the attack into the offensive end, right up the gut. Taken along the wall by Minton. And it's broken up with a stick in front.
Corrali's made an incredible play right there. I mean, he's stumbling. He looks like he's going to fall almost, but he's off balance, and that's the key. The puck isn't exactly where he wants it, but he still manages to find a way to get a shot off.
Picked up along the wall by Nylander. Oh, and he whiffs. Boston's got the puck inside the defensive zone. The Bruins will play it in their own end. Look at that hit. Maybe try to wear down the opponents here. Grabbed along the board by Minton. The Leafs get a hold of the puck along the boards. Oh, excellent use of the stick as he knocks that one away. Right up Main Street and on the attack. And that's deflected off someone in front. The Bruins gain possession. Here's a short pass to Minton. The Leafs get a hold of it. Gets the puck over to Nylander. Tried to get 2-2 with it and loses possession.
Well, he's got such a slick set of hands. He's trying to manipulate his opponent one by one, but he tries one too many, James, and he loses the puck.
Goaltender hangs on for the whistle. have been the better team for the better part of 2 periods now as they lead it late in this second. Toronto's got it, and they're on the attack. Comes up with the block. Absolutely fearless. Picking up momentum across the zone here on the right side. Makes the save. That's some smart heads-up defensive play by McMahon.
Sometimes when you're losing, you can get caught up over trying here, James, and this is a product of him mismanaging the puck. Sometimes you got to keep it simple and just get the puck going the other way.
Boston's got possession here in the neutral zone. And they're off to the races for the loose puck. Great burst of speed to come up with it. Scores! And they run it back with another.
Yeah, back-to-back goals. You can feel the energy, the wave, momentum, and the tides have turned here, James. They need to keep the pedal to the metal. True competitors know what it takes to be hard on a puck, James, and this is a perfect example of hounding, being tenacious, and then getting the puck and doing something with it. So going from a defensive point to an offensive point and producing.
The Leafs really got to be feeling good about themselves after that goal here late in the second, Cheryl.
Yeah, I love the way they played. I mean, they've been aggressive. They've competed in all areas, and now they've got that 2-goal cushion heading into the intermission. This will provide a lot of energy to close out the third.
Knocks the puck down with a stick. Moves it quickly over to Pasternak. Toronto's got the puck along the wall. Oh, one of his teammates is right in the shooting lane there. From the right side, they gain the zone. Here's a chance. Oh, CP, you know what he wanted there. Just came up a little wide.
Well, JC certainly did. He pulled it into his body, and as he corrals it, he lets it rip. But hockey's a game of inches, and that one just misses.
And we play on. From the left side, they enter the attacking zone. Toronto's gained possession along the boards. The Bruins have a hold of it in the defensive zone. Slides the puck ahead to Chanot. The Leafs take over on possession. Slides the puck across to Domi. Beautiful read in the defensive end by Ekman-Larsson. Tries to dangle and the puck skips away.
Domi's trying to do way too much tonight, and this can be frustrating not only for him, but his line mates as well, trying to do everything himself. You play one-on-one. You want to use your line mates if you want to be effective.
Dished on over to Matthews. Slides it diagonally to Ekman-Larsson. Toronto's got the puck along the wall. There's another hit on the play.
He's going to feel terrible tomorrow, James. Over and over again, he's been throttled.
Great poke check on the reach. Looking to set up offensively. And uses the length of his stick to knock that puck away. Second period nearly into its final minute here. And he uses his reach to disrupt the play. Toronto's looking to break out. Pass to the right. Handles the puck. Gains the zone through center. Toronto's got it from behind the net. Intercepted in the offensive end by Arvidsson. Handles the puck at the point. Here's a shot. Oh, how did he stop that? What a save by Stolarz.
This is a fantastic save, James, and he makes it look easy. He's bobbing, he's weaving, trying to find the puck. He outbattles the players in front of him to make it.
Receives the pass. From the open ice, they gain the line. Toronto's looking to break out of their own end. From the left side, moves it up ahead. Here's a chance. Puts into the paint. And too much traffic in front blocks that one. And now he tries to get it across to Beecher. Time ticking away, and he comes up big. Well, 2 periods down and 1 more still to come. Third period action right after we get a clean sheet of ice.
Hey fans, a portion of tonight's proceeds will fund a children's playroom at City Hospital, providing a safe, fun environment for kids visiting long-term care patients. If you'd like to learn more or to donate, please visit our team website.
Welcome back, everyone. They say 3 is the magic number. And here we are with period number 3. And with the puck being dropped, here we go. The clock is running here on period number 3. Here's a great use of the stick right there to poke it away. Puck is frozen, and we'll get a face-off. We're still in the early stages of this period. The Leafs have been getting solid offensive contributions, leading 3-1. Toronto's won the draw. Now let's see what they can do with it. Taken by Knives. Throws the puck along the half wall. Quick pass to Matthews. Here's the save.
Swayman's giving his team an opportunity to stay in the game. One save after another. He has been under siege. I mean, the save percentage says it all. They have to shore up their defense and stop chasing the game.
Through the neutral zone and into the offensive end. And that caroms off a body in the lane. Good, solid check, and he loses control of it. On the attack, along the boards. Scores, and they're cooking now.
The opponent has no answer for them right now because they're relentless on the puck. They garnered some momentum after multiple back-to-back goals, James. They don't want to leave any breathing room and let their opponent get some life back. We're going to talk about the goal, but how about getting to those tight spots in and around the paint, and then the ability to finish with a quick wrister? That's a great goal.
Toronto's playing almost like they want a day off here tomorrow, Cheryl.
Yeah, I'd say so, and you always look forward to a day off, and this coaching staff has got to be impressed with this team tonight. You know, the ability to get the puck to net, driving the pace of play, and just having real creative habits and consistent effort right through the game.
The Bruins have it now. From the right side, moves it up ahead. The Leafs take possession here in the open ice. Dumps it into the ozone. The Bruins gain control of the puck against the wall. Boston's in now. Great use of the stick in the defensive end by Carlo.
Well, this is a big hit here, and I don't think the other team likes it because it's a product of frustration. They're trailing in the game by quite a margin and really just not maintaining the emotions or the control within the game. And as a product, this is hit as a result.
Toronto's offense has been a thing to watch tonight as they lead it big time here early in the third. Minton's won the face-off, and now let's see what they can do. Yes! Stop as he puts out the fire! And he takes the feed. Toronto's got the puck against the half wall. Boston's got control of it now from their own end. Right up the gut into the offensive end. And the puck skips away after that move.
Lysel's so difficult to stop in tight, and he's got magic hands, but unfortunately this time it doesn't go his way as he tries to get a little nifty. Sometimes simple is the best way to go.
Big time stop there.
When that puck came hard, it came fast, and it came multiple times, but he was right on it, showing his athleticism to make those saves.
Passes the puck over to Watt. And here's the pass to McMahon. And we'll get a face-off after the offside call.
Swayman's made a great save on that last play, taking away a high-danger chance because of his ability to anticipate and know where the shooter's coming from.
Toronto's done a wonderful job putting a lot of pucks on net, and they lead it early in this third period. Corrales won the draw here in the neutral zone. Turns the puck over. Great read defensively there. Takes the feed. Stopped by the goaltender. Puck exits the zone. Efren Larsson's taking it from his own end. Offside the call. We'll get a reset.
Stolarz has been dialed in between the pipes here tonight, James. Just find that he's tracking the puck extremely well, controlling his rebound, and making the tight save when he needs to. One of the things I love about this is that it helps with your structure. You're not running around in your own zone. You know where that puck is going to go, and you can get out with ease.
been a dominant force offensively. Plenty of quality scoring opportunities, and they lead it big time early in the third. They take possession as he locks him up off the faceoff. Ekman-Larsson's got it against the boards. No room for that one to get through. And saved by Sweden. Carries it into the offensive end up the middle. Out of midair, he swats it down to the ice. Slides the puck over. Dumps it in. Boston's got possession of the puck. And the puck's knocked loose. Scrum ensues along the boards. Here's a shot. In the lane. Takes a spill onto the ice and loses the puck. Puts it on net. Glove save. Oh, quick reflexes on the play. And he pops it up with the pass. Scooped up along the wall by Lindholm. The Leafs should play it from the defensive zone. Moves it to Kiki. The Leafs have it in the offensive end. Oh, what a move to get by there. Tables that one. Moves the puck to Kiki. The Bruins pick up steam and are on the attack. The Leafs look to start the transition game. Quick feed to Knies. And now he angles it across to Tavares. And that was read perfectly. What a play by Lindholm. Beats the puck up to Knies. Looks to make a play over to Nylander. Toronto's ready to go on the attack. Shot! Oh, fantastic save by Sweden! Takes off the defender with some nifty moves. And there's a glove save on the play. And we get a whistle as the goaltender decides to hang on to this one. The Leafs are on cruise control here in this third period, leading big. Middlestats got it, and they'll go on the attack here in the offensive zone. And he denied him there. And they'll cover it up, forcing a stoppage in play. Toronto's got the lead early in this third period. They have been a high-volume shooting squad tonight. And a solid job tying up his opponent. The Leafs take it along the wing. Boston's got the puck along the boards. And he moves it up to Arvidsson. And that's deflected. Goaltender covers up. We get a stoppage in play. Still plenty of time left in this frame. The Leafs lead at 4-1. Puck is dropped and we are back underway. Directs it on over to Zadorov. Here's a short pass to Riley. Oh, look at this chance. Fires it. And it doesn't reach the net because it goes off a stick. Sends it deep inside the offensive zone. Matthews takes the puck. And they continue to fight for that puck along the wall. Trying to get the puck out of his own end. And that one's blocked. They'll keep it on the attack. Handles the pass from the right side. Good reach for the stick to knock the puck away. And he makes the save. The Bruins gain possession along the wall. Boston's across the blue line. Toronto's got the puck inside the defensive zone. He says, let's get physical on that play. And we've got a fight.
One hard. The Bruins keeping their fan base in this game, and anytime there's a fight, you can feel the energy in the building, especially when you're the home team. It's electric in here.
A wild couple of minutes there, and things have finally cooled down as both teams will settle in for the face-off. That's a smart read with the two centermen tied up. They gain the offensive zone from the middle. Toronto's on the attack. The Bruins get a hold of the puck along the boards. Sends it in deep. Toronto's got the puck in their own end. The Leafs are in transition. Moves it quickly over to the Reds. Takes the feed at center and moves forward. The Bruins looking against the half wall. Moves it out from the point. Too many bodies in the way. Quick pass to Tanev. Takes a shot. Puck scooped up by Zaka.
Tavares hightails it back into the play after his stick just explodes and he has to grab another one from the bench.
Toronto's going on the attack as they gain the zone. Shot! And not much on that one. In front of the net, the goaltender covers up for a whistle on the play. The Leafs can simply take this on cruise control based on the lead that they now have here in the third. And they win the draw in the offensive zone, and they go to work. There's the whistle. We get a face-off after the goalie covers up.
Oh, well, a save like this, it'll wake up your entire bench. I mean, this is a game changer, James. Talk about changing the momentum of a game in a timely save. That's one right there.
We haven't even hit the midway mark of the period. A lot of offense in this one, mostly from one side. We've got 4-1 the score. The Leafs win it. Tries to feed it over to Domi. He stakes that one with the glove. Puck is frozen, and we get a stoppage in play. The Leafs have been relentless in the offensive zone tonight, and they continue to lead in the third. Middlestats won the draw here in their own zone. Into the attacking area from the left side. Gets the full use of his stick on the puck check. Slides the puck to Tavares. Boston's moving it up the ice. And he loses possession of the puck after trying to make one too many moves.
Middlestats close to finding a hole there, and just an extra move. Thought he had a little more time and space than he actually had, and the play dies.
The Bruins move the puck in the defensive zone. Look at this. They've got some bodies here on the attack. And he makes the save with ease. Stolarz has the puck and holds on for a whistle. The centermen glide into position. Boston's going to start with the puck inside the offensive zone. And a great save! In front, and a stoppage on the play as the goaltender covers things up. Toronto's showing no signs of slowing down here in this third period, up big time. The Leafs come up with the defensive zone draw. Toronto's ready to go on the attack. Reaches out and uses the stick. Moves it to the trolley. Lets it go. Off the glove. Loses his balance on the play. The Bruins gain control of the puck. Feeds the puck to Yoshihiro. Rocked him in the open ice. The Bruins played along the boards. And the save. The Leafs gain possession. Puck picked up by Riley. Pushes it off. The Bruins get a hold of the puck in their own end. Moves it around along the half wall. Handles the pass. Fantastic save.
Swayman's in the right spot at the right time. Just a brilliant save.
Tries to make a move and can't hang on to the puck.
Sometimes when you lose the puck, it's a product of trying to do too much. Sometimes keeping it simple is more effective.
Feeds the puck over to SMO. Denies him in close. And they'll get a breather as the goaltender covers it up.
fast-paced games. They are fast because the puck is slinging back and forth right now, trading chances at either end.
Toronto's been the better team tonight. They have turned good defense into solid offense, and they lead here in the third. The Leafs get a hold of the puck in their own end. Nice pass back. Quick feed to Peak. Takes the feed. Picked up along the boards by Lindholm. Big time block on the play.
Well, he's doing what it takes, James. And listen, coach is going to love that one. I expect to see him out here again.
A skilled use of the stick to poke the puck away. McCabe's crossed the line and gained the zone. The Bruins have it behind the cage. Here's a short pass to Pasternak. Takes a shot. And that won't go as it hits one of his own teammates in front. The Bruins get a hold of it. Passes on over to McCabe. From the right side, he goes to the middle of the neutral zone. Goalie with a stop. Boston's got the puck in the defensive end. Feeds it over to Peak. Here's a shot, and he keeps that one out.
Stolarz makes a good save and redirects the puck to the corner, and this cleans up the front of the net. Really no trash for second shot opportunity.
The Bruins take over on possession. Boston's crossed the line and on the attack. Moves by the check. With the stop. And the goaltender grabs that one for a whistle to try to slow things down here. Toronto's laying a pounding on the opposition tonight, generating numerous scoring chances and converting on what feels like almost all of them. And off the draw, they'll take possession. And that's off a stick. Taken along the wall by Tony. Into the offensive zone down the right wing. Sends the cross-ice pass. Moves the puck. Nylander's across the line now and on the attack in the offensive end. There's a shot. Redirected off one of his own line mates there. Moves it quickly over to Saka. Way too much congestion blocks that. Toronto's got control of the puck. Tenacious battle for the puck along the wall. Here's a chance. Score! A huge goal here has put them right back into this one.
Yeah, and then get one more. They'll be one away from tying this game up, James. So it's about building and continually finding ways to press and be aggressive on the puck. When you watch this play from start to finish, I think of one word, and that's attack, James. He does a great job when he's in defensive posture to know when that puck is coming and intercepts it. He's attacking, he's driving, he's finding ways to possess, and then finishing it off with a goal. That is a complete play.
Boston's clearly sending a message that they're not going to roll over in this one.
With a 2-goal deficit, they have to have desperation and urgency. They'll need 2 players on the puck at all times. Retrieval to possess the puck is necessary.
The Bruins have it now. From the left side, he moves it up ahead. Fires it into the offensive zone. Toronto's got control of it now from their own end. Here they come inside the neutral zone. Puck dumped in. Boston's got a hold of the puck now. Quick pass to Toronto. The Bruins are across the line and into the offensive end. Picked up along the wall by Knives. Ekman-Larsson stick handling in his own zone. The Leafs take it along the wall. Boston's got the puck. Angles it over to McAvoy. Tries to make a move and can't hang on to the puck.
It almost looked as if he was going to get by the defender, but that extra move took his space away, and it goes the other way.
And a solid stop on the play there. We got a stoppage in playing. Almost anarchy in front of that net.
Well, there certainly is. It was chaotic, as the ozone possession time is certainly up. They needed this rest. This was a great play by the tender.
More than half the period has expired. We've got ourselves a 4-2 hockey game. Great hits up play with the stick by Lutt. it across to Robertson. Quick shot! Oh, got a little sliver of it, and it stays out. Boston's got it in their own zone. Toronto's got a hold of it along the wall. Sends the pass over. Good heads-up defensive play as he extends the stick. The Bruins have it now. Here they come. Boston's got it across the line. Shot! Denies him! Stolarz has it and freezes the play.
Let's have a look at that last hit. I mean, that was absolutely huge, James. You know that this is a momentum changer. You can see the bench erupt with that one.
Toronto's played one of their best games this season. They continue to dominate in the shot department and lead it here in the third. Was won it off the faceoff. Here's a shot, and that's blocked away. Toronto's got it in their own zone. Swing and a miss. Sends a pass over. And just a good old-fashioned solid body check on the play. Minton's got the puck in his own zone. The Bruins carry it along the wall. Fires it on net. And just like that, they're back where they want.
Oh, the temperature can change within a game so fast, James, because now they've applied pressure to their opponent. You can certainly see that that bench is elevated. Well, this is a real tough shot to handle, James. He might have dropped a little bit early into his butterfly, which would have exposed the top of the net. Shooter reads it perfectly and goes top shelf.
Boston's finally shown some pushback in the third, and they've got a goal here.
It's amazing, James, how a game can change within the game, and that happened right there on that last sequence. Getting to the middle of the ice, fighting for possession, and that's a sense of urgency late in the third.
Stolarz makes the save and hangs on for a stoppage of play. Well past the midway mark of this period. Boston's still down a goal here, but they have really picked up the tempo these last few minutes.
Here's a change.
They win the face-off here in their own end and take possession. Skips inside the attacking zone down the left wing. To his teammate. Ref blows the whistle as the puck's covered up. Toronto's been total non-stop action on the offensive end, and they continue to lead in the third. The Bruins win the defensive zone faceoff. Working the puck deep inside their own end. Gaining momentum along the wing. Moves it to Lindholm. Shot! Oh, gets a little piece of it and keeps it out of the net.
A ton of goals on the board tonight, and you know that both teams are looking to pad their stats. A lot of players in on the action. That's got to give you confidence and make you feel good.
Passes it to Nyes. Scrum along the boards. Slides it up to Beecher. Boston's in on the offensive attack now. Here's a chance. Makes the save. McCabe's got the puck in his own zone. And they'll be forced to tag up after that missed pass. Feeds the puck across to Corrali. And now it's over to Beecher. Oh, great move to sidestep the check. Toronto's looking to break out of their own end. Comes up with the stop.
Beecher's back on the ice after serving a 5-minute major for fighting, and he has an opportunity to rest and relax in the box. And sometimes fighting can take a lot out of you. He steps on the ice and gets a great scoring chance. It really isn't easy to pull this deke off, James. When you move it to the forehand, you got to outweight the goaltender, and they're so athletic today that they can move across the crease so fast. But he does a fabulous job with great patience and buries it.
to feel pretty good about where they're at now here in this third period, Cheryl.
I've liked their game this entire game, James. Right from the puck drop, they've been aggressive on the puck, and they can't change it now. They just got to continue to finish the way they started.
And he catches that one with the glove. And the puck stopper hangs on to get a breather here for the team. Past the midway mark of the frame, the Leafs now lead by 2. Good job tangling up his opponent here. And the puck escapes the zone, and they'll be forced to tag up. And he's able to handle that one.
This is just great puck control to put the puck to the corner. No second shot opportunity.
Unbeatable!
He does a great job being set to position here. Otherwise, he's not going to be able to make that second save, James. But it's pure athleticism that gets the job done.
Quick pass across to Nylander. Toronto's on the attack. Takes it over. Phenomenal save with the glove to knock it away. Look out, here they come on the attack. Big time stop. The Leafs have it against the wall. Quick feed to Lorentz. He carries the puck up along the wing. Drives to the paint. Stones him in front.
A timely save is everything to your team, and this goaltender, he bails his team out.
Here's a short pass to Saka. Look at this. Oh, he put it just wide as it hits the outside of the post.
Zaka's having a tough one tonight, James. He's been at the right place at the right time with good timing, but unable to convert as it goes off the pipe numerous times.
Tanev's got it in the defensive end. The Leafs cross the line and gain the zone. He grabs the puck here at the point. Shakes off the coverage. Good fight for the puck along the boards. They gain the zone from the left side. Puts it on net. Denied by Stolarz. Nice feed from the right wing. Moves it quickly over to Roy. The Leafs go to work on offense. Stopped by the goaltender, getting a piece of that one. Up along the wing. Quick pass to Minton. Gets a glove on it to make the save.
Zaka's got a quick set of hands, and man, did he ever disguise that shot, but he rings it off of the bar. I mean, that's a tough one. I thought he had it.
A critical draw here. The Leafs take possession off the faceoff. And it's a quick pass to McMahon. Boston's got it now. And that's blocked. Toronto's got the puck along the wall. Takes the cross-ice pass. Streaking through center, they go on the attack. The Bruins look to start the transition game. Through the neutral zone now, picking up speed. And he takes the pass.
At this time of the game, you know the coach is in your ear. You've got to find a way to make a good puck decision. Get it in deep. Don't give up anything offensively.
And he can't hang on after that hit. Turned aside with the glove. Goaltender covers it up. We get a whistle to slow things down. A big face-off here inside the offensive end. The Leafs win the draw. Moves it to McKelly. Taken by Peak. Through the neutral zone up along the wing. Grabbed along the board by Beecher. Oh, denies them with the paddle save. Oh, it stops him again.
Well, you know that he's a fierce competitor, and he battled to make consecutive saves there, James.
Boston's got the puck inside the defensive zone. From along the walls, they're gaining momentum. Toronto's got a hold of the puck. Nice zone entry on the left side. Quick feed to Peak. Boston's through center and now in the offensive end. The Leafs have a hold of it in the defensive zone. From the left side, takes the pass. Good fight for the puck along the boards. Pokes it away in his own end. The Leafs take possession in the neutral zone. Lawton's got the puck. Works it across to Tanev. Oh, what a close save! Wow! Goaltender covers it up, and we'll get a reset here. Here in the late goings of the period, the Leafs holding down a 5-3 lead in what has been a fun one for hockey fans to watch tonight. Puck is dropped, and he wins the draw here in the defensive zone. And he takes the feed. Boston's got him along the wall. Slides the puck down low. Slides it diagonally to McAvoy. Takes the shot. Oh, what a great save by Stolarz. The Leafs are looking to protect the lead here late in this third period as they have been the dominant offensive club. And they win the defensive zone faceoff. Sends it over to Nylander. And that's broken up by Lindholm. Middleton's got him along the wing. And the goaltender comes up with a piece of it to keep it out of the net. Nylander's got it from behind his own net. The Leafs will play it in their own end. Here's a short pass to Tavares. Boston's got the puck in their own end. Pass it ahead to the right side. Down the left wing, they gain the zone. In desperate need of a goal here, they've got the extra attacker out. Boston's gained the line and into the zone. The Leafs take possession in the defensive end. Moves the puck across to McCabe. And loses possession after a solid hit. He got all of it. Tries to feed it over to Lindholm. Another save. There's the whistle as the puck is frozen up. They've got the extra attacker out there, and Cheryl, we know what this means.
Well, they have to get possession with that extra player on the ice. They look to win that draw and convert on their opportunity.
Boston's won the draw. Now let's see what they can do with it. Oh, it goes right up the post.
The Bruins have worked so hard throughout the game to generate an offense, and it's just been wired off the post so many times. They're making their own music out there.
Toronto's got possession of the puck. Moves it quickly over to Lawton. Fires into the empty net. And that doesn't go. And we are all over with this one tonight. Well, after an absolute volcanic eruption in the first offensively, it kind of settled down here, Cheryl, more to your style, I would say, right?
Yeah,
as a defender.
As a defender, it became more defensively structured, and I bet that the coaches had something to say about that, but certainly not as much fun for us, not as entertaining as the high-flying octane offense in the first period.
Well, that brings the night to an end, and we will say goodbye here from Rinkside from all of us here at EA Sports. My name is James Cebulski. I got to get to bed. See ya.